But let's just quickly recap what happened yesterday on the React stuff. So basically, on the DSP versus the Internet show, which is my weekly clips React show over on my DSP Reacts channel, good variety of topics. Like I would say this week was such a good mix because we had gameplay trailers, but we had also videos about things going on in the game industry. We had documentaries. We had stuff about like world news. We had all kinds of good stuff, you know. And I really enjoy when we have the biggest amount of variety on the show because it makes it feel like truly we're kind of jumping around and experiencing a variety of things about life together. And it's always a good time, and it's always a chill time. I really don't have any complaints. It was a pretty much dead on exactly how I like that show. And depending on the videos that are submitted, some weeks we get through many videos, and other weeks we don't. Like 2 weeks ago, we actually did every video. We actually watched every single one. And then last week, we didn't do many videos at all. Like we just went through the ultra submissions, and then when we got to the submission tier, which is everything in a random playlist, we only got through a few. And I was like, wow, some of those videos were so good, we kept watching, and didn't get to too many. Yesterday was more of kind of a mix, I would say, where we got through, I think, about half of the submission tier videos, but not all of them. So it's working. You know, the formula is working. And the one thing I'm struggling with on the DXP Reacts channel is content outside of the show. You know, my idea originally for the React channel was that I was going to do long-form React events. And I did. I was doing long-form React events. Remember last year? We reacted to 1 or 2 of the June the King documentaries. I reacted to the Internet Historian YouTube channel. And then I did a whole giant summertime event about Machinima and my time with them and stuff like that. So basically, that stuff was really, really good. You know what I'm saying? Like, I actually had a great time with it. But it didn't really catch on. Like, when I was doing that React stuff, people were actually complaining that I should have not done it and instead spent more time on gaming. In reality, some of those streams actually did poorly, which is weird because for years and years, people just kept telling me they wanted me to do React content. And I kept resisting, saying I didn't think that it had value and it wasn't really something that was going to fit. And then finally when I started doing it, well, actually, it's not that good. No shit. It's like, no shit. The only way React content works, okay, is if you're a big drama queen and you basically kind of, you know, crap on stuff or you want to cause some kind of controversy about stuff. You know what I mean? Like, for me, you see what I do on the React show every week. You know, I give my honest opinions on things, and some people agree and some people disagree, but I'm not watching videos for the sake of trying to sensationalize or cause drama. I'm not overreacting to things like a lot of content creators tend to do. So right now, I would say my biggest struggle in all of my content is trying to make the React channel relevant. The one thing that's relevant is the weekly show, DSP versus the Internet. But outside that, I don't have regular content for it. You know, last year, I tried putting out regular reviews, and essentially I didn't feel like it was worth the effort when I was putting out reviews that would get a few hundred videos or a few hundred views each, and no one really talked about them and they weren't really in demand. Like, I can see myself doing seasonal reviews for like Halloween month. I'll probably do horror movies, and Christmas month I'll probably do Christmas related stuff. But outside of that, I don't see the point of like doing random reviews because I tried them and they didn't really catch on at all. I think the Fallout TV show is an exception. This is a game series that I have played all of the major releases in for the last 15 years. People like those playthroughs. You're probably going to like my opinion on the show, right? But outside of that, like me just reviewing a random show or a random movie, sadly, it just didn't seem like many people gave a crap. And again, for the amount of effort to schedule myself watching the movie and then figuring out a night when I have like an extra hour to 2 hours to film and upload and all that, it's an endeavor. And, you know, it just looked to me like doing more of what you want, like more gameplay, more chill streams, seems to benefit overall everyone than me just sitting around doing reviews and trying to cram them in. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I mean. Like, right now, the React channel is the channel that's suffering the most. I don't do regular food vlogs. Every once in a while, I do one and I post it up over there. The tier maker stuff I like doing, but it seems like people can't really agree on what would be the good tier makers for me to do. I did a few of them last year. Some of them worked really well and some of them not so much. But if anyone has ideas for tier makers that you'd like to see me do on like a late night stream one night, just a random tier maker ranking, and we chill and we do it together, I'd be down for that. But outside of that, I'm just not sure what else you guys want on that channel. You know what I mean? Like right now, the channel, it's self-sufficient because of the memberships. I don't make ad revenue on the channel because all the videos get claimed from the React show. But the memberships keep it afloat. If that channel were to dwindle in memberships, sadly, it wouldn't be worth doing anymore. So I'm happy that I do have the level of support that I got over there. But, you know, I don't know what else to put on that channel to get people interested. I'm all ears when it comes to that, so please let me know. And let's try to figure that out, all right? Now, the Throwback channel, all right, is doing decently for what it is, and the Throwback channel has more than enough consistent content, but it's hard to get people to catch on and watch the content when it's basically old playthroughs of mine. You know, who's going to be a fan of that? People who like classic stuff from 15 plus years ago, but it's not going to have any mainstream appeal at all. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I play a new game on this channel, it can have potential to bring in viewers. I don't think that me re-uploading lost playthroughs or remastered playthroughs from 15 years ago on that channel is going to bring in new viewers. It's just going to bring in legacy viewers, right? And I basically think that what will happen is over time, I'll build up a body of work on the Throwback channel that people will want to go back and watch over and over, and it'll accumulate views over the years, and it'll become viable and profitable. Right now, this is the slow start. It started in January with only 2 playthroughs. You know, we were alternating between Final Fantasy 13 and Red Dead 1. And then we decided we wanted to do a React show once a week, which we started to do. The Retro React show where I react to the old playthroughs. We started with Red Dead, then it was Dark Souls, then it went into Heavy Rain, then it went to Bully, and now it's The Walking Dead. And those shows do decently. And what I mean by that is the streams do pretty good for what they are, you know. And the video series do decently as well when it comes to following and views, but not amazing or anything like that. So I think the Throwback channel is doing pretty good. And honestly, unless you guys have a big idea, like maybe you could come up with a big idea for something to do on that channel, a big event, a marathon or something like that. Like, what kind of thing would you like to see on the Throwback channel in the future to help build the following of the channel? That's a good question, right? So, hey, I'm willing to talk about that and try to figure that out. Right now, the channel is working for what it is, and I think it's going to continue to build over time. It's a slow build, right? The cool thing is about that channel, we can do seasonal stuff. Like, for example, as we head into the fall season, I can pull stuff out. For example, the Undead Nightmare expansion for Red Dead 1 is super good, and we could do that for October. Like, that could be the playthrough that's getting uploaded there in October. And once it's uploaded, I can even react to it, right? So that's kind of neat that you could do that kind of seasonal stuff there. But got to get to that point. So anyway, right now on that channel, if you're not aware, currently there's the continuation and home stretch of Final Fantasy 13, which is almost done by this point. It's getting there. Within the next month, it should conclude. But there's also Fallout 3, which just began. 3 parts are currently live. Part 4 is on deck to go live, I believe, tomorrow. I think it's tomorrow. And now the editors have gotten the editing of those videos down to a science where it's not a huge ordeal anymore. To be honest, the first couple of parts were really rough. Like, I was told it was taking 6 to 8 hours to edit because they were taking the old 4:3 crooked camera angle, fuzzy ass, terrible looking footage from my original Fallout 3 run. And they had to stretch that out to you know, a 1080p aspect ratio, upscale, add frames, make this stuff clear and, you know, so legible. Audio had to be scrubbed, so all this stuff. And once all that was done, it took forever, but now once you've done it once, you have a template. So now that template can be reused over and over. It makes it easier. So now, moving forward, the playthrough should be much easier to do. And so far, like, part 1 got really good views. Like, 1,000 views for part 1 of a legacy throwback playthrough is good. But the other parts are just meh. They're doing all right. They don't have 300 views yet. And I'm like, well, I hope people will catch on and start watching. I mean, now the Fallout TV show is out. Maybe people will want to watch a playthrough of Fallout 3. This is my classic one now remastered, right? So you can go give that a look. And then what we're doing is every Sunday night, we're doing a retro react stream of The Walking Dead, the Telltale game season 1. We already did episode 1 and most of episode 2. Last night we got about 2.5 hours in episode 2. And the fun part about this is I don't remember it. Like, I don't remember much of this game. I remember, like, little snippets of it, but I don't really remember a lot of the big plot points and things that happen. So for me, it's actually interesting to see what's going on and the twists and everything. So I had a great time with it, and I can't wait for more. Like, every Sunday night, we're doing this on the Throwback channel. You can check out some of the videos right now. If you're a member over there, you can check out the archive stream. Give it a look. All right, but anyway, so basically the React stuff is going decently. Is it blowing up? No, it's not. But I didn't expect it to, okay? The React channel itself needs more content, but I don't know what content to put on there. I've tried tier makers. I've tried reviews. I tried reacting to long-form events. Nothing really stuck. The only thing that really works is the DSP versus the Internet Weekly Show. All right? So outside of that, I would love to hear ideas of what you think should be on the React channel. In regards to the Throwback channel, it's doing well and it has tons of content. I'd like to hear what you would think would be a cool idea for maybe an event or a special on that channel that would drum up some more interest. Maybe we could do something like that in the next couple of months, you know, a special marathon or event that would, you know, get more people to check it out, right? Okay. So that was React Day yesterday.